I guess I was confused. I mean, it's a movie. I thought he might like it. I mean, his reaction doesn't make much sense. So there's a movie I watched. It's called At Granny's House. It was suggested by a friend. So grab yourself your finest red swine, because this movie is R18 for one reason. But you're gonna have to wait and see why. 2 seconds. If there was any indicator for what you're in for today, it is this. The bad masking, the man with no teeth, the road that somehow goes to nowhere but to 2 places at the same time. Good luck, everyone. We open in the town of Haley, with a couple of old ladies playing a mahjong-ish game, while they politely ask Granny about her love life.
So who was that young man you were with the other day? Quite a stud muffin.
One of my young lovers, of course.
Not yet. Then we cut to a man who's tied up in the attic.
I never saw this coming. I guess I was confused. It's all about love, after all.
Interesting enough already, kinda got you reeled in a little bit. Let's skip forward. So we meet this old lady's son, and he's trying to get her some sort of grown-up babysitter. There's probably a real term, put it up there or some crap.
And it really doesn't even matter if you liked her. We're not doing this for a rent-a-friend here.
I guess my choice means nothing.
No, that's not it, Mom.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's entirely accurate. I love you, Mom.
Never mind.
Oh, excuse me.
What the hell was that? You did the old same scene, new scene, dog walker transition. You can't just throw in an insert of a dog walker just because you change. Oh, it's pain already. So they interview this lovely lady. She also has a huge hatred for people who use their phones. Now this is very, very important. This is one of the main plot devices. Get it? Device? Oh my god. Sorry.
Job description was pretty clear, similar to other jobs I've had.
Yes, I think that...
Not to interrupt,
But you did.
I will do my best to fit into your life and to make it better.
Have you ever been married?
Mom!
Mom!
It is a fair question. If I'm going to move in, she has a right to know a little bit more about me than what's on my resume.
Then the son pulls this kind of pickup line.
Well, I'm sure a pretty woman like yourself has had her chances.
I'm a bit of a pussy magnet. So you're feeling comfortable? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling warm in the chest and the belly? Because you're only 8 minutes in. So we're going to move forward a bit. By the way, old mate here, he dies off screen apparently. Not really sure how, whatever. In terms of the plot so far, Granny has a new carer who hates people who use their phones. Then Granny decides to give her a little bit of a tour, and this happens.
Pretty. Well preserved.
She's a murderer, if it wasn't obvious already. There's all these clues that Rachel is a murderer. The fact that she used to work as a mortician, for example. And this is shown every now and again. Now, I'm calling her Rachel because that's her real name. I can't remember the one from the movie, and I've watched it a few times, only skipping over a little tiny bit of it.
You know, I'm thinking I'll move downstairs.
Well, I think...
Perfect. I'll take my stuff down after breakfast. It'll be just like home. You in the upstairs. Me in the downstairs.
So Rachel and Granny are having a great old time, and they decide that they want to try this Airbnb thing where you rent out one room. What's it called?
Myfreebed.com.
Oh, My Free Bed. And where is it?
I don't use the web portal very much.
On the web portal. It hurts very much.
We got one.
Surprisingly, people start staying in the house, in the basement, where Rachel apparently already stays. I'm very confused. So a bunch of colourful characters start staying at the house until we reach this absolute piece of garbage.
Haley doing this my free bed thing.
And I'm not sure about this whole global warming stuff. You know, back...
I think the lady who plays Rachel is quite good. I mean, Rachel Alec is her real name. And I think she'd do alright if there was better camera, better sound, better everything. And I think she'd do alright in like a Blumhouse production. Jason, maybe give her a call, mate.
Looks like we might have visitors.
Wonderful. When did you say they would be here?
15 minutes ago.
You're as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
If I ever hear those words come out of your mouth again, I'll bury you 6 feet deep. Now we come to the main chunk of the movie, where Wingus Dingus and his dingus wife move in with Wingus and Dingus original, and the movie occurs.
Oh, and what kind of job did you...
What do you do? Not to interrupt.
To answer your question, I worked in a nonprofit advocating literacy.
Now that sounds like a rewarding job.
Oh, you're a kind, selfless human being working for a non-for-profit. Oh, why thank you. You make me sick. Rachel convinces this man to kill his phone-using wife. Now stop. We have to lay some things out real quick before we get to the sexual intercourse. This man is the director, and he's chose to work alongside some gorgeous women, including Granny.
Gerontophile.
His name is Lez Mahoney, and he's a bit of a dingus. So Rachel seduces him, this happens.
Your wife is a problem.
Rachel says the only way they can be together is if Les helps her kill his wife. Les, being Les, is extremely horny by the idea of killing his wife, so he does it. I can't accurately describe what's about to happen, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. So really, just enjoy why this movie is R18 and throw some salt over your shoulder to get rid of those demons that are definitely gonna come out. Jesus, I can't shoot any of that. You just don't get quality sexual intercourse like that in low-budget movies. And this guy is going nuts. Everything above the waist is visible, he's getting mouthfuls of blueberries, and it just all kind of feels very unnecessary. I mean, look, they're clearly not amazing filmmakers, but filmmakers nonetheless. It doesn't further the plot, it doesn't do anything. I mean, actually, maybe killing is like an aphrodisiac for them or something like that. Well done, Leslie. Now, the funniest part about why this is R18 is obviously the noodly bits. I just imagine that they shot the entire thing in order because as the scenes of naughtiness continue, more clothes are put on, less nudity is shot. It's like people started getting uncomfortable.
I want to thank you again for having me here. I think it's going to be a good place for me.
Too bad about your wife.
Yeah. That was tough.
The pair realize very quickly that they're good at what they do. Seduce people via My Free Bed, kill them for using their phones. Yep, that's the reason. After quite the killing spree, an FBI agent shows up looking for Les and his wife.
They said they were headed west? LA, I think.
Interesting.
Why is that?
Because you suck at lying!
Really?
Really? Told them they were heading out to Texas. Miss Steiner had a job interview out there.
I like this guy, genuinely. He feels like an extension of... He dies. Of course he does.
Move my body.
Mr. Steiner, I presume.
Back and forth. Move my body. Back and forth. Move my body.
You needed a knife.
Back and forth. Move my body. Back and forth.
Yeah, he dies, whatever, but apparently Granny's been in on it the whole time. She doesn't really care. When did that happen? Don't you be giving me that look. Now this feels like the end, doesn't it? There's still 30 minutes left. Granny tells Rachel to stop bumping uglies with Les. There's some more awkward sex, terrible visual effects. What? Anyway, Granny and Rachel decide to figure out a plan to take Les out of the picture permanently because he's getting on their nerves. And fair enough.
What'd you two talk about?
Flowers, the weather, current events.
There is nothing more sus than saying, yes, we talked about current events, such as, and henceforth, etc. Goodbye. So Leslie Boy starts to figure out that something's gone awry and decides to try and OD Grandma and make it look like an accident. Then the paramedic shows up.
You gotta be careful with these pills you're taking. They can mix big time bad news.
Say it again.
They can mix big time bad news.
One more time.
They can mix big time bad news.
Alright. Let's finish. Les, could you just make us feel uncomfortable again really quick right before the finish? He couldn't help himself. He had to throw in a 2-second picture of him posing.
So maybe it's time to make a decision.
What was up?
Then finally, someone shuts Les the f*** up. Rachel juices him up, cuts out his tongue, and he is now a porridge boy. I don't know what that is. I wrote it down. Don't look it up. If you haven't put 2 and 2 together yet, Les is the man who's in the roof at the very start. The reason he was making no noise is because his tongue has been removed by Rachel, who then proceeds to stick her tongue in that CGI. And a movie of such magnitude like this, with such raw relationships, such raw emotion, can only finish with one thing. A beautiful shot of the town of Haley as the sounds of Rachel and Les making love echo. So, in summary, apart from finding the Lord, some people made a film. It was a lot of fun. It's kind of silly. Would I suggest going and watching it? Probably not. Not unless you're completely hammered. But it's a good fun watch if you've got friends. You can tell that Rachel put a lot of effort into her role. She's on some other thing called Vet TV, so go check that out if you've got time. It's pretty funny.
Is somebody gonna me? Or what?
And Granny did a great job as well. So what can you say? We had a good time. We had a lot of fun. Subscribe, like, do all that. I'm gonna go sort some stuff out. So, did you learn your lesson? Show my balls. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. I love you very much.